What's geeky, y'all? You already know who it is. If you don't, heliocentric believers come at flat earthers with is why we always say do your own research, why we're always promoting that. It's because that's what it boils down to. You have to do your own research. You can't rely on what we flat earthers say. You can't believe me. That's just like believing the person in a lab coat that told you that the world was a ball. Because they have these credentials, we take that as a platform or at least a higher level of intelligence, knowledge, experience than our own. Well, we take what they say and hold it as truth or as fact, when the entire heliocentric model is built upon theories, and they've only amounted more theories to prove a theory in the very beginning. When your senses tell you that the earth is not spinning 1,000 miles an hour, that's faster than the speed of sound, people. This is why we say do your research. You need to understand the context, the nature, and the magnitude of the numbers and the motions, the velocities, trajectories, all the things that they talk about that come with the heliocentric model. There's absolutely way too much motion going on to go unnoticed. Personally, you know if a car's slowing down even if you're asleep, like that doesn't make any sense. If we're spinning over 1,000 miles an hour, 1,008 miles per hour on its axis while simultaneously orbiting the sun, that's also orbiting the Milky Way galaxy at over like 1,000,000 miles or something of that nature. And this is why we say do your research. I can give it to you, but I believe I know a lot of things. I've done a lot of research on my own in all different areas and facets of my life that interest me, that pertain to me in my life. I've grown a lot as an individual because of the research that I've done. I can honestly say that I'm a self-taught individual. I have a high school education. I've done absolutely no college. And at this time, I'm not entirely sure I intend to do any college, but that's to be determined. I'm not entirely against the education system. I just understand the corruption or the deception within it. But when we say do your own research, it's because we can't tell you everything. And if you're just expecting to be given answers, that's exactly what you've done your entire the information, the knowledge, the facts that you hold to be truth. You've been told that those things are fact, when in all reality, the heliocentric model insults your intelligence and it insults your senses. Point blank, period. Doing your own research is the only way that you can make the conclusion. At the end of the day, you decide what you hold to be true. You decide what you hold to be fact or fiction. If you're just basing on what you were told, then how is that at all a thought, a conclusion that you decided? How did you decide that if it was told to you? If you were given that information, these facts, if this was proven to you via whatever. Look at it. NASA's images are CGI, computer-generated images. They are not real. It's not a photograph. It's not like this video that you're watching right now. The live feeds from NASA, they're manipulated, they're edited, they're cut. Most of their spacewalks are done in swimming pools. You must do your own research. This information is out there. And in doing your own research, it comes with trial and error. You also must realize and sift through the bullshit. Realize what's good factual information and what is bullshit. What can you weed out? Like, I've been down the conspiracy path so long. This is why I become a flat earther. For all intents and purposes, I'd say most flat earthers are conspiracy theorists. Flat earth and 9/11 go hand in hand. Those are two things. If you look into the flat earth with an open mind, take out everything you've been taught, look into it, and you're a 9/11 believer, the flat earth will become a reality for you. It coincides with the deception, the mass manipulation of people's emotions, of people's consciousness, of their being, their energy, their fear. The fear mongering in today's world is bar none at an all-time high. If you take truth as what you've been told, then it's not your truth. I think everybody holds their own truth to themselves. If you're taking what you've been told and holding that as truth, then that's not your truth. That's someone else's truth. That's dogmy, living with the results of other people's thinking. That's all I do. I encourage everybody to do their own research and look into it. Do not take what I say is true truth, don't believe me. You know, fact check everything I say. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I admit that I'm wrong. I have absolutely no problem doing that, because that's the only way that we grow. We have to fail to know what success is, if you get what I'm saying. You got to do your own research. That's what it boils down to. Do your own research. Don't believe me. Don't believe what you've been told. Don't believe the authority. Do your own truth seeking. Find your own truth.
Isn't what we can see, it's what we can hear. We can clearly hear an explosion. And that's where this rabbit trail begins, ladies and gentlemen.